Greetings and welcome. In our previous video, we learned how to reduce to the exact form by using an integrating factor. We have learned fourth rule. Now in this video, we will try to apply the fifth rule. In fifth rule, what is important? Inside the bracket we want y dx plus x dy. Another bracket also y dx plus x dy. If you are able to arrange given differential equation in this format, then the integrating factor is x raised to h y raised to k. Now in this case we will discuss how to find values of h and k and how to solve the equation. Consider the equation x square y plus y raised to 4 dx plus 2x cube plus 4x y cube dy equal to 0. Now first step is common. We first compare this with m dx plus n dy equal to 0. We'll get value of m, that is x square y plus y raised to 4. Value of n is 2x cube plus 4x y cube. Find derivative of m with respect to y, that is dabba m by dabba y. It is x square plus 4y cube. Similarly, if I'll find dabba n by dabba x, it is 6x square plus 4y cube. If you observe this and this equation, we can say that dabba m by dabba y is not equal to dabba n by dabba x, implies the equation is not exact. And if the equation is not exact, we'll try to find the integrating factor so that after multiplying by the integrating factor, equation becomes exact. For this, we'll apply the rules 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. In this case, I am going to apply fifth rule. If you want, you can try for first 4 and you will observe that the first 4 rules are not applicable. Then we will go for this fifth. Now for the fifth rule, first you have to arrange in this format. So if I will consider first and third term in one bracket, we can take x square common. Inside the bracket, it is y dx plus 2x dy plus from second and fourth term, we can take y cube common. Inside the bracket, you have y dx plus 4x dy equal to 0. So what you have inside the bracket y dx plus x dy, another bracket also y dx plus x dy. We are able to arrange in this form. So the integrating factor, by using fifth rule, the integrating factor will be x raised to h y raised to k. We'll multiply this x raised to h y raised to k to this given equation. We'll get x raised to h plus 2 y raised to k plus 1 plus x raised to h y raised to k plus 4 by using laws of indices plus 2 x raised to h plus 3 y raised to k plus 4 x raised to h plus 1 y raised to k plus 3 dy equal to 0. Say this as equation number 2. Now once we multiply the integrating factor to given equation, we know that this equation is exact. Now this must satisfy the condition of exactness. So again I will find value of dabba m by dabba y. That is derivative of this m with respect to y. We'll get k plus 1 x raised to h plus 2 y raised to k plus k plus 4 x raised to h y raised to k plus 3. Similarly, if I will find dabba n by dabba x, that is derivative of this term with respect to x, it is 2 h plus 3 x raised to h plus 2 y raised to k plus 4 h plus 1 x raised to h y raised to k plus 3. Now since the left hand side is equal, we must have the right hand side must be equal. So we'll compare the coefficients of xy in both the equation. If I'll compare the coefficient from the first coefficient of x raised to h plus 2 y raised to k, we'll get the first equation, that is k plus 1 equal to 2 in bracket h plus 3. Second equation will be k plus 4 equal to 4 in bracket h plus 1. If you solve these two equations simultaneously, you will get values of h and k. If I solve this, I will get h is equal to 5 by 2, k is equal to 10. So, what is your integrating factor? Integrating factor will be equal to x raised to 5 by 2, y raised to 10. We'll substitute these values of h and k in equation 2. If I'll substitute these values in equation 2, we'll get x raised to 5 by 2 plus 2, that is 9 by 2, y raised to 11 plus x raised to 5 by 2, y raised to 14 dx plus 2 x raised to 5 by 2 plus 3, that is 11 by 2, y raised to 10 plus 4 x raised to 7 by 2, y raised to 13 dy equal to 0. Now this equation will be exact. Therefore, we'll find its solution by using the formula. We know the formula, that is integral m dx, treating y as constant, plus terms of n free from x. If you observe this, there is no term which is free from x. Therefore, the solution will be given by integral m dx, treating y as constant, dx equal to c. That is integral of x raised to 9 by 2, y raised to 11 plus x raised to 5 by 2, y raised to 14 dx. We are treating y as constant equal to c. If we integrate this, integral of x raised to 9 by 2 is x raised to 11 by 2 upon 11 by 2, or we can say 2 by 11, y raised to 11 as it is, plus integral of x raised to 5 by 2 is x raised to 7 by 2 upon 7 by 2, or we can say into 2 by 7, y raised to 14 equal to c. And this is the solution. Some people may cancel 2 throughoutly. This is the procedure to solve the example by using fifth rule. We'll take the another example. Say y cube minus 2x square y dx plus 2x y square minus x cube dy equal to 0. First, we'll check whether the equation is exact or not. Value of m is y cube minus 2x square y and n is equal to 2x y square minus x cube. Derivative of m with respect to y, that is 3y square minus 2x square. Derivative of n with respect to x, it is 2y square minus 3x square. If you observe this, dabba m by dabba y is not equal to dabba n by dabba x. That means the equation is not exact. Then we'll try to find the integrating factor. For this, we'll apply the rule. So, if you observe this, everywhere the degree is same. That means degree is 3. That is, the equation is homogeneous. So, some people may solve by using first rule. Now, I'll try to solve with the help of fifth rule. If I'll take first and third term in one bracket, we have inside the bracket y dx plus 2x dy. Similarly, from second and fourth term, we can take minus x square common inside the bracket 2y dx plus x dy equal to 0. So, we have inside the bracket y dx plus x dy in both the brackets. So, we can say its integrating factor will be equal to x raised to h, y raised to k. We will multiply this integrating factor to equation 1. We get x raised to h, y raised to k plus 3 minus 2 x raised to h plus 2, y raised to k plus 1 dx plus 2 x raised to h plus 1 y raised to k plus 2 minus x raised to h plus 3 y raised to k dy equal to 0. Say this as equation number 2. Now if I'll find derivative of m with respect to y, because we know that after multiplying by the integrating factor, equation becomes exact. That means it will satisfy the condition of dabba m by dabba y equal to dabba n by dabba x. So if I'll find its derivative with respect to y, it is k plus 3 x raised to h y raised to k plus 2 minus 2 h plus 2 x raised to h plus 1 y raised to, we are differentiating with respect to y. So it is 2 in bracket k plus 1 x raised to h plus 2 y raised to k. Now if I will find derivative of n with respect to x, derivative of n with respect to x is 2 h plus 1 x raised to h y raised to k plus 2 minus h plus 3 x raised to h plus 2 y raised to k. So if you compare the coefficient x raised to h, y raised to k plus 2 in both the equation, you will get k plus 3 equal to 2 in bracket h plus 1. Similarly, if you compare this coefficient, we will get 2 in bracket k plus 1 equal to h plus 3. Solve these two equations simultaneously to determine values of h and k. And if you solve this, you will get h is equal to 1, k is equal to 1. Therefore, your integrating factor will be x, y. We'll substitute these values of h and k in equation 2. You will get x y raised to 4 minus 2 x cube y square into dx plus 2x square y cube minus x raised to 4 y dy equal to 0. Now this equation is exact. We'll find the solution. We have the formula integral m dx. Once the equation is exact, integral m dx treating y as constant plus terms of n free from x. If you observe this, there is no term which is free from x. Therefore, we can say its solution will be equal to c. That is integral of x y raised to 4 minus 2 x cube y square dx equal to c. Integral of x is x square upon 2 y raised to 4 minus 2 integral of x cube is x raised to 4 upon 4 y square as it is, which is constant, equal to c. So the same equation can be written as x square y raised to 4 minus x raised to 4 y square equal to say c1, where c1 is equal to 2c. And this is the final solution for this differential equation. This is the procedure to solve the exact reducible to exact by using fifth rule. I think now you know how to apply this fifth rule. Thank you for watching the complete video.